Hi, Flosstube.
Greetings.
Laura.
Hey, dude.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
I see the finish line. Welcome back to all of our returning subscribers. Hey, y'all, all you new people. Subscribe button. Click it. This is the Slovak Farm. We talk about cross stitching. It's called Flosstube. It's kind of a thing.
It's a thing. It's a thing. How are we today, folks? I'm tired.
I'm exhausted.
There is a finish line in the house saga. We're meeting with Realtor tomorrow to
Take pictures and put the house on the market.
So hopefully we move before too long.
I hope by our anniversary we're not celebrating our anniversary in a different house.
I hope so too.
September 1st for those who don't know.
I hope so too.
Okay, who are our commenters?
We hope you had a fantastically wonderful, fun, and safe 4th of July weekend. It
There's
was
nothing-
absolutely terrible for us. Well, for me.
No, it was pretty bad for me. I mean, anybody who owns a dog that's even slightly skittish or has any form of PTSD or has loud noise problems like her, I am sorry. Dear Lord. Starting at 8 a.m. 0800 hours military time. Somebody was setting off M80s every 20 minutes or quicker. Sometimes more than one at a time, for the entire 4th of July. I want that much income. Bandy,
I don't know what she's doing. She, walked in there.
you stick your nose into the cat's business, and it'll be the last time you have a nose, dog.
All right. Commenters.
Glenna, Angie, Lynn, Bridget, and where's Andrew? Oh, Angie and Andrea. Okay, Renee.
The end.
Yep.
The end.
Lay down, girlfriend.
Renee knew what bittersweet was.
I got it. Eventually, I don't get that much. Okay.
And Lynn suggested an air horn for our wonderful fireworks. Yes.
Oh, I had an idea of rigging the trigger so it can't be undepressed, pushing it down and throwing it on the front porch. Of this would be setting them off. You know, kind gestures.
All right. Well, let's move on to whips. Okay. Whips.
Whip, 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 whip.
He did not get any stitching done.
No, I have. I will be getting some stitching in soon, but I have been busting my backside nonstop, painting and cleaning and scrubbing and putting away and packing and projects upon projects. Things that should have taken 5 minutes, but because people don't know what they're doing, it took 3 days.
And I haven't been able to help much because I've been making masks.
You really wouldn't be able to help with the steps anyway unless you want to follow on me.
No, but I haven't been able to be offered too terrible much help because I've been making masks and working on stuff for Bath and Body Business. So, I've not done much stitching this week. I don't even know what my stitch counts are. Sorry, I mean, I have them written down, but I don't have them with me. Sorry, not sorry. The bulk of my stitching was on the project that I can't show you because it's for somebody. I have hiccups. So, let's go into what I can show you. I started this last week on Monday. Sorry, there's a glare. It's called The Hut. It's by Panna. It is a kit. It comes as a kit. It is full coverage. It's teeny tiny. So the other night we were being funny, smart Alex. and put our project, what we're working on, as our virtual stitcher name, and I realized that the hut kind of looked a little funky. So I put Tana, the hut, and actually I think it's just called hut. It doesn't have a "the" in front of it. Either way, it needs some qualifying determination as to what it is. I realize I've been called Jabba the Hutt by people, but you know.
I don't see you feeding anybody to a rancor.
So this is what I've got done on it, and probably about half of that roof was stitched twice. As you can see, it's not very big.
Die, frog, die.
So about half of that roof was stitched twice. So
Sorry for the yawning. I got to bed at 2 o'clock last night. I'm starting to stress monkey.
all right. So, what was that? Sorry, finding it put away. And then I pulled out Santa House to get some stitches in on it because I have the goal of finishing this year. I don't know if that's gonna actually happen. My stitching mojo is just gone. It's just gone. And I'm working on this last little guy in the workshop. I mentioned last week these 2 boxes are 2 rows too short because these 2 boxes are 2 rows too long. There's supposed to be toys and stuff on the shelf. I stitched it in. I don't like it empty, so I'm just gonna put like fake boxes up there. Like I'm gonna make it look like there's presents sitting up there. So that'll at least give it something. I can adapt. I can change. The library or the living room may be a little bit more interesting, but I don't think there's a whole lot that is quote unquote anchored off the ceiling. No, there's not. I just have to make sure I put the elf in right. And actually, I already know how to make sure the elf looks right. This is stitched on 14 count opalescence Mountain Rose by Silk Weavers. And that's been my stitching this week. We are fighting Myth and Magic. I'm doing Myth and Magic Stitching Wars. It's Battle Royale. This time, I think we started with 23 clans. I think we're down to 20, maybe? We started with more than 20. We're still at 20 or more. So it's kind of worked out with my not being able to stitch much because we're kind of flying under the radar at the moment. We'll see how that goes, though. All right. That's whips. 5 minutes of whips. That's it. It's gonna be a short video. On to haul. Haul, y'all.
Yeehaw!
Show them what you found.
I got stash reacquisition.
Stash reacquisition. We both forgot this was in the stash. It's Leslie Tier's Fantasy Cross Stitch.
Not only does it have mermaids, it also has wizards and dragons and medieval ladders and
And fairies. And there's a pretty zodiac lady. She's on the back. I like her.
What's funny is the thing on the front cover, neither one of us wants to stitch.
Exactly.
I have a question. Comment below. How many people have stashed something, kept it safe, and then like a couple years later you check that spot and go, holy crap, when was it? How long ago was it hidden? And what was it? Comment below. I am a curious person. By the way, half a decade.
Something like that. I know we bought it at a retreat.
For me to completely forget about it, I'm saying 5+ years.
We started our first retreat was in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was that retreat, but it might have been.
I think so.
So
But to be where it was, it would have to probably be the first.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Because I haven't stash placed something there since around the time we moved in.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so I had my favorite from 123 Stitch for dying. So I bought myself another Panna kit because I just think these things are absolutely fantastic. I love them so much. This is not a full coverage. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. I don't know what it's called. I went through their list and I wish listed a bunch of. I went through what 123 Stitch had and I wish listed it. Their
It's called
website.
Russian.
Their website is a little confusing because they don't have because they do embroidery, ribbon embroidery, cross stitch, and they don't have a separate section for cross stitch. So
What?
yeah, they don't have their separate cross stitch. Anyways, so then I bought, and I had forgot I had mailed this in. I got in the mail an offer for the Keepsake 2021 calendar, cross stitch calendar, and I forgot I had bought it. So it's a calendar, and the calendar has pictures of all of the different monthly stitches, and it starts with actually December of 2020, and that's a Joan Elliott, and I really like it. Excuse me. But so you get all of those, and then they have a separate instruction booklet that gives you the chart.
That's pretty.
Isn't it? Isn't it? But it also has like a cover photo in there with, you know.
That is something we can never recreate in person. Because you'd have to be the one holding me up.
True story.
I can't skate. The last time I tried, I almost broke my leg.
I've seen this Joan Elliott several times, and I've actually really thought, I really like that. I want to stitch that. Well, now I have it. So, plus, you got a pocket calendar. Plus, they gave a pocket calendar with what's on the front here, charted, which it's just repetitive patterns. So you could turn that into a bookmark, use it as border, make something, a background of some sort with it. Really, whatever you want. It's kind of cool.
I think that'd be cool to put on as a frame for a different pattern that's close to it.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. The camera is set a little funny, so I keep leaning, and I keep leaning out of frame. I apologize.
I know. Actually, I'm sorry, I keep yawning. I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm sorry. 3 hours of sleep, and I got a lot of stuff to do.
That's all. That's all. I think we're 15 minutes into the video right now. Plans and a big announcement.
Actually, 2.
Well, yeah, 2.
Remember, I put a little bit of ray of sunshine on the bullshit. I put a P on there.
Okay.
No language filter.
Plans are Daily 30, which is a closed cross-stitch challenge group, which I'm participating in. If you want a spot, send me a message. If and when she opens up a spot, I'll let you know. This week is Wimbledon week. Wimbledon was supposed to happen this week. Wimbledon's not happening this week. But they went with Wimbledon week anyways. I'm not that interested in tennis. The July monthlies were posted on Wednesday, and there's 10 of them at 500 stitches each.
$5,000? Are you nuts?
And there are people that will do all of the monthly and every single stitch of the weeklies.
It's called doesn't have a job for insert reason here.
I have a lot of other things to do, and I'm not that interested in Wimbledon. The monthlies are like amusement park related. Like they all kind of tie back to an amusement park theme. I think I'm just gonna focus on the amusement park monthlies this week. I think.
I actually do have a plan. Tomorrow we're putting the house on the market. Wednesday we're going to be looking at houses. Thursday I am flipping cross stitching. And when we have to leave the house because we're showing the house, I'm putting her and her canine in my van, grabbing our stitch, going to a park, sitting down, and cross stitching.
There we go.
Because I've really missed cross stitching. I just have not had the time. By the time I get around where I actually have a free minute, I mean, I can't even play a video game. I can't play an easy video game, let alone cross stitching. Where if I make a mistake, I gotta go undo it.
So.
Tired as heck, still over dramatic.
I'm exhausted. Plans. We already talked about plans. Oh my lord. See, I'm exhausted.
Would you like me to do the announcements?
So, announcements are the 2020 Lakeshore Retreat has been canceled completely.
The in-person one.
The in-person one. I'll get to that in a minute. Basically, I could not ensure the safety of those coming, and we are seeing numbers for COVID go up.
And up. And up and up and up.
And I think they're going to jump even more after 4th of July weekend. I just can't ensure people's safety, and I'm not going to take that risk.
We saw a pool with 30 people in it, and I'm pretty sure 20 was the maximum rated on that pool.
Yeah, it was one of those home above ground jobbies. Not like you have to go to the pool place above ground jobbies.
It was a 4-foot high pool with 30 people, and it probably shouldn't have fit more than 20. If there was an emergency, it would have been asses and elbows.
My neighbors across the street when I was a kid had a pool like that. And yeah, they had way too many people in that pool. But anyways, so just for sake of my stress and my sanity, the decision was made to cancel the retreat and just move forth with April of 2021 being the next in-person, being the first official in-person retreat. That one will be April 8th, 9th, and 10th at the shipyards in Lorain, Ohio.
Would I get in trouble if I bought a cake?
Why? Yeah, it's my birthday weekend.
I was just
Technically,
wondering.
the weekend before is my birthday weekend, because that's what's closer to my birthday. But that's Easter weekend.
I was just gonna see if I can get a cake big enough to fit 38 candles on it.
You could. I mean, you could get a sheet cake and you could fit 38 candles on that.
And I was gonna bake it myself.
So it's a Thursday,
I
Friday,
can bake.
Saturday retreat. There will be no formal meal for the group with the retreat because the event center we're having it at has a lovely restaurant literally right next to where we're going to be at.
And we actually could set it up so that the waitresses and waiters will actually come into the retreat, take your order, and treat the retreat area as a part of the dine-in area.
Mm-hmm.
Because where we're doing it is right next to it. So you literally don't have to get up.
Yep.
Or you can go somewhere. Whatever.
It is not, you do not have to book a hotel room at any specific hotel. For the retreats, the event center has a contract working relationship, I don't know what you want to call it, with Homewood Suites in Sheffield. I think it's Sheffield, not Sheffield Lake. But if I have more than 10 people who would like a room, I will get a block rate. So join the Facebook group if you would like a room. Join the Facebook group and send me a Facebook message. I used Google Forms for the first retreat, and it was not convenient. So I need to come up with something different.
Well,
Oh my. So I need to come up with something
I
different.
use Excel for a living. I can make Excel do backflips.
Well then. But that's for something for my end, not for everybody else's end. The retreat cost will be the same. It will be $75. If at the end of this retreat we decide next year for 2022 we want to have a formal meal with the group, it would bump up the price a little bit for 2022. But I'm willing to take the chance of trying it this way because of how the event space is set up.
And do I get to say my good news idea?
And as we were canceling the treat, someone came up with a really good idea.
Somebody has a Zoom account.
It was on the phone.
So how much money did we decide for it?
For $5 a person.
And that's mainly because one, the Zoom channel does have money, and two, we're doing door prizes and other stuff. And mailing is not cheap, especially if you're doing a good number of people plus paying for the stuff. So it's like, well, we give you enough to pay the postage. Because we actually had somebody complain about that.
Yes. So minimal cost, $5, helps offset the cost of the Zoom, helps offset the cost of postage for the drawings, for the door prizes that we're going to do. You know, and I'll have the room set up with password for everybody who pays for Friday afternoon, Friday night, Saturday all day, and probably probably part of the day Sunday.
In all honesty, I don't care about all day Sunday because what's going to happen? You're going to be sitting on your butt talking with Zoom anyway.
Exactly. I'm probably going to be sitting around cross stitching anyways.
And I actually have my own Zoom account, so I can use my laptop so you can see us both in different channels.
There you go. So, the Lakeshore Retreat Facebook group is linked below. Find all the details. I do not have complete details for the 2021 retreat.
Oh, one thing you forgot to mention, and you did post this on the Lakeshore Retreat, is if you already down payment for 2020, you can just transfer that to 2021.
Everybody's already been refunded for 2020.
Okay, never mind. Trying.
And they're done that.
Did you get? Oh, wait, did get the T-shirt.
Yeah, got the T-shirt. Long sleeves. Can't wear it right now.
You know what we need to do?
What?
We need anchors in our lives for the next one.
Anchors? Oh, yeah, on the shirts. Yeah, I'll probably put anchors on the shirt next year. We did like a Cleveland skyline on this year's shirts. But since we're not doing it in Cleveland, I think anchors would be fun. But anyways, alright. This has literally been the longest clip of the video. I apologize. I'm not gonna lie. Next week's might be kind of not a whole lot to show you on the whip front because I'm really trying to get this project on for my friend that I'm stitching, and since I can't show it to you guys, it is what it is. I'm trying to sprinkle in some stuff that I can show you. I'm also trying to avoid stitching on certain projects that I don't want to stitch on.
Hey, honey, I just found a really cool one in here. That's a cool one.
I don't know what he's doing, folks.
That's a cool one. I was mad when I found this because I'm like, oh my god, I got like half these done by now. They're really cool. They're really small. Well, okay, they're not small, but 4 pages is small compared to what I've been doing.
Okay, that's all we have for you for this week.
Yep.
What do we want the people to do, darling?
Like, favorite, share, comment, subscribe, bell notification thingy, me, Bobby, you know, all the YouTubers, crap. And also, I want to know, have you ever had stash, put stash in a safe place, and found it a couple years later?
There you go.
Share the funny stories.
Tell me your funny stories. Maybe we'll read them on air next week.
Yep. Oh, if I fall on my butt laughing because I can relate that much.
And let me just tell you, if you're a true crime podcast listener, Missing in Alaska, go listen to it. Find me on social media. Message me because I need someone to talk to about that whole crazy event.
Not me.
He's like, yeah, I don't know what to talk about. All right.
I don't care. I love you, honey, but I don't care about it's crime and drama. I grew up with trying to figure out what the heck was going on in people's heads growing up. I'm done.
Okay. Stay cool if you are in pretty much most of the United States.
If you're in the northern hemisphere.
It's like 90 degrees. Around here it's hot. It's going to be hot all week.
Our next house is one of the things we're looking for is central air.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason this house doesn't have central air, on all honesty, is the heater still works.
The funny thing is, the reason he wants central air and the real reason I want central air are two different things.
Actually, I have two reasons why I want central air.
One,
cooler. Two, central air reduces the humidity level, which makes it easier for me to breathe.
Which are very valid reasons. You know what else central air does?
Cleans the air.
All the windows are closed. So there's not as much noise. Alright, we're going to sign off. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace!
Bye!
Bye!